Reggie, sorry to have you waiting, my brother. I'm sorry I had you waiting. Apologize for that. I was just trying to get my little videos together. Wait, hold on. Let me turn this down just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to get my little videos together, so we can show the audience, give the audience little blueprints on what's going on and stuff like that. I did find 2 good videos to show, and I just put the link that you gave me in the chat, and your information also in the chat too. So, how you doing this afternoon?
Oh, every day is made for love. No complaints.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. No complaints, right?
Right. So what you up to? How's your day been?
Yeah, everything is pretty good. I was just on the phone with Kufu. I let him know that you was in the studio. So he said that he's going to chime in. I'm going to send him the link right now as we're speaking. And
Okay.
He'll join us momentarily.
No problem. No problem.
So I know you said you've been busy dealing with the Novatech all week and trying to get people signed up. So how is that going? I guess we could start there, right?
Well, it's always a busy day in terms of the number of phone calls, but all the phone calls go very well. I end up educating them about what Novatech is, how it works, how I got started, how long I've been in it, and what's my overall experience with it. So after you get through that part of it, and I send the video that CYTHIA made introducing everyone to Novatech. I have to give it time for for those individuals to take time to look at the video, and then once they hear it from the owner's mouth, what it is and how it works, then they usually call back and I'll walk their hand through the whole process of setting up the account and funding the account.
Oh, so that takes about 30 minutes per client, right?
All depends on the client. Sometimes it can last as little as 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 hours, all depends on the level of knowledge that one already has coming into these places. And but for those that who really don't know what Novatech is or how the crypto and forex markets work, it's still a very easy thing to get into as far as registration and funding. There just has to be a lot of patience that goes along with dealing with the individual and walking through and make sure that they get what they're doing, meaning they understand the process and register and fund. So it really doesn't bother me as far as the time it takes again, because I understand what the overall goal is. So someone was patient with me, I don't mind being patient with someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But I've been in Novatech for about 2 years.
Especially if they have important questions, you definitely want to make sure.
Yeah, exactly. And
you said for 2 years?
I want to be in it for 2. Yeah, I've been in it for 2 years. So when I'm helping others get in, I usually take my time with the process because I want them to understand what it is that they're doing. And usually what happens is after the funding part, most people are like, well, what do I do? It's always this feeling of, okay, after I put the money in the account, there's got to be something more I do. And the only thing I try to get people to understand is that there's nothing to really, quote unquote, do. You don't have to go over the river through the woods, slay a couple of dragons, kill Godzilla. It's nothing like that. After you fund the account, I try to encourage everyone to learn what Novatech is, go through all the tabs and tutorials, and then you'll get a better understanding of what kind of opportunities you have in your hand. Because there's 7 different
True.
ways by which he allows an individual to earn income.
Right, right.
And if you take the time to learn what those opportunities are, you have 7 different ways by which you can, grow and prosper. You just pick the ways that you want to do it and run with it.
Right. Right.
So it's
So I
always
like
good
that
when
you
you
take
wake
the
up.
time.
Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
it's always a good feeling to know that you wake up on Fridays and you've earned money and you didn't have to go nowhere. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to sell anything. You didn't have to convince anybody of anything. You don't have to deal with chargebacks, refunds. It's just money making money for you. And I always think that that's a very good thing. I would much rather employ money than to employ people. Let the money work, and we should be out doing other
True.
things, in my mind, which is called enjoying life.
Right,
Because I don't
right.
think the Creator is meant for us to come down here and go to work. You know what I mean? I just don't think he had that on the menu.
That's right. We have to do it. Not in the sense that it's been done. You work for 30 years, you retire, then you got to go
Right.
back because the retirement money ain't enough. Then you get sick. You don't travel. You know what I mean? And it's the same evolving door. Same thing.
Right, right. And see, the one thing that I've come to learn and understand is that the current system, if you want to call it that we're living under, was never built or designed with hearts in mind. It was only designed for the mental, meaning that
Yes.
they only see one thing and they want it that way, regardless of who it affects or hurts. You know what I mean? So there's no care in this in this current system that we're in. They don't care if they run you into the ground. They don't care if
That's
you're
right.
working 1,000,000 hours a day. They don't care if you have, infants and children that you're trying to raise. They just don't care. You know what I mean? So my logic in thinking is, why care for a system that does not care for you? You know? So
Thank you.
I don't care what happens to the quote unquote current system as it is right now, because I think it's bullshit from A to Z. They lie about everything. Nothing is the way they say it was, and nothing is going to be the way they say it's going to be, because they
Right.
can't be honest. I don't know any other way to put it. So I don't have the same type of faith in the current system of government that we have. I don't have no faith in any of these governments that were built, because they were not built by us. They were built with Europeans coming to conquer. And wherever Europeans went, all they did was replicate the system that they want to be able to serve their wants and their needs,
Yep,
irregardless
it's
of
true.
people's interest in the process. So this system is not advantageous. It is not threaded with any type of love or care, because they didn't come to Africa with love and care. They didn't come to Asia with love and care.
That's
They didn't
right.
come to this industry with love and care. They came over here to steal. First, they came over here to steal so that they can steal, and then they want to turn around and say, "Look what we built." You know, and I can't go for that. You know what I mean?
And
So,
they feel nothing. That's right. And what they
right,
did contribute to, it wasn't enough to say that they can control the narrative the way they're controlling the narrative. The little contribution that they did put in, it's not enough. You know? It's
right,
not enough for the
right.
credit that
It
they're
wasn't
getting, I
as
should
good.
say.
See, I tell Caucasians all the time, I was like, look, your ancestors didn't come over here and shake hands with the Indian chief and say, hey, let's build something together. No, y'all came over here and killed as many people as you could to get the land that you got. There's no honor in that. You didn't, there's
That's
nothing
right.
honorable about what we call this current government. There's nothing honorable about it. And then what kills me is that You don't want to acknowledge your past. You want to keep sweeping it under the rug as if it did not happen. You know what I mean? So how am I going to sit if the United States got into a war with the enemy of theirs? Their enemy is not my enemy because I don't even know who them fools are. You know what I mean? So I'm not interested in saving anything that they built because y'all didn't build it. You killed to get the land. You enslaved to build it, and you gave nothing in return.
That's right.
I can't support that.
And then when we ask for reparations,
the 4th of July is the 4th of July. You lied about everything. Y'all are no more separated from Great Britain than you was 500 years ago. Y'all still in the same bed. Y'all still do the same stupid shit y'all were doing back then. You're still doing it now, but on grander scale.
Exactly.
Exactly. On different, you want me to feel some type of way about Europeans. You want me to be mad at Putin because you mad at Putin. First of all, let's get something straight, America. A, I don't know that motherfucker. And I don't have a problem with it. Because he ain't fucking with none of me and mine. Now, if you come and fuck with me and mine, we got some issues there. Come to the hood with that bullshit and see what kind of response you gonna get. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I want all of us to pretty much understand is that we don't have to have any type of retaliatory feelings in our heart about our counterparts. They're gonna get what is due to them by the sheer fact of what you already did. You cannot escape the circle. You can't. If you go north, eventually you're gonna start going south. If you go east, eventually you're gonna start going west. So how you came over here is how you set everything up. Is exactly how you gonna lose it. You came over here and killed people who were not even interested in the thought of death in those regards. They're not interested in killing other people. They might kill a buffalo to eat for dinner, but they ain't trying to slaughter no million buffaloes just to get the one tribe. But that's what you slaughtered millions of buffaloes to kill one group of people off so you can get their land. And then you want me to celebrate that every 4th of July? Y'all can kiss my ass.
Exactly.
So, that's
and
real.
It's not because I have any type of hate. It's because your actions do not dictate your verbiage. You say one day to the other God, but who's the God that you're referring to? Because the God that y'all referring to, there's nothing benevolent about it, because if they condone your actions, that's not the God I want to be dealing with. If he wants you to steal, kill, and destroy, I don't have any room in my heart for that idiot. So y'all can keep it. You can keep your language, keep your religion, you keep your thought processes. Don't swing it my way, because I'm not going to be accepted. So we have to change our dynamic, and we also have to change our way of thinking in terms of what we have been through. Because retaliation is not going to be in our best interest. And what I mean by that, it's one thing to defend your ground, but it's another thing to let that which created us intervene in this particular situation, because the way they have treated the world, not just the African, not just the Asian, but the people on this hemisphere too. Everywhere Europeans have went, the result has always been the same. You have stolen, you have killed, you've murdered in cold blood to get something that was not yours to begin with. And I can't cure your envy, but there's a creator of all things that can. And since you want to play these games with him, her, however you want to identify it, then I'm going to let you play those games. Because you're going to run into a brick wall. And that brick wall is coming if it's not already here. So we don't have to say what we're going to do. All we really have to do is keep waking up, keep being grateful in all things, good, bad, indifferent, and keep smiling.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever your heart tells you to go to put yourself in a better position, go in that direction. But to get into conflict, no, I'm not going to get into conflict. There are some people that were born for that the Creator has a plan for them. When He unleashes when He unleashes what He's going to unleash, there's not going to be a response that these Europeans going to be able to give back to you. They're not going to be able to. You cannot keep what you stole, because what you stole, there are people that are going to come back for it. And if you don't give it back, they will take it back. God has created takers on this planet, and the takers are coming. You and I, the little folks in the world, we haven't been called to that duty. Our call of duty is what we're doing right now. But you have a group of people, and it's not that many, but you have a group of people that God has designated that are going to be the quote-unquote warriors that these white folks are calling that. They think that there is nothing on this planet that can stand up to their form of what justice is, that there will never be any consequence or repercussion for the death that you have caused in the construction of this farce called America. But I don't have to prove it to you. I don't have to prove it to you. I don't have to prove it to them.
Talk about it, my brother.
The Creator's going to show you. Like He does everybody. Like when we do some stupid shit, He kicks our ass. Well, there's some ass kicking due for them, and it's coming. And I'm not going to be the buffer for your karma that's coming. I got my own karma to deal with. I'm going to sit back and watch them go through their karma, because it's coming. It's happening right now. We don't have to wish for it, think about it. The Creator saw it all. And whoever they call God, I hope that fool can withstand the Creator. Because, gods that you just create by name are just that. They just names that you created. Can you call upon that thing to rescue you from the Creator who's about to whip your ass? And you can't. There is no equal opposite to the Creator. That's why I don't even know what people say when they tell me, stay away from the devil. I'm like, what the fuck is that? There's us and the Creator. I don't know how much more simpler we can make it. But with Novatech, this gives us the opportunity to be able to try to come together in peace, love, and positivity, so that will allow us to be able to grow and go about our own way. We don't have to have any type of retaliation in our heart. We don't even have to have any type of retaliation in our mind. So what we need to do is focus on what makes you happy and go do that, wherever it is. I don't care what it is. If Tilly Winks is your thing, go do it. Now go create it. With Novatech, create the money that you need so that you can go do it and enjoy your life. Don't worry about what society is going to do. Let the Creator deal with that. You just deal with what you can control and influence, and let the wave and the rest fall by the wayside, because it won't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So for those who are interested in trying to create a better financial future for themselves, I have the link where I think this is posted somewhere. My phone number for those that would like to have it is 415-756-5672. Just give me a call. I'll be more than happy to walk you through the process and help you with the funding part so that you can get in and you can wake up to money every Friday and Saturday like I do, because I don't work. I just wake up to money. And that's a beautiful thing. Because I'm not built for work. I'm built to have fun. I'm looking for the party. And I'm trying to get to LA to go to the, because that's the greatest party capital in America, is LA. Nobody's been to a party until you go to an LA party.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that.
There's a question. There's a question from the chat, Reggie. They said, "What about 41K?"
What about 41K? 41K is $41,000.
Huh?
I think they're saying the what is that? The retirement 401K or whatever.
Yeah, I think you meant that.
401K. Look, here's what I tell everybody: your 401K, your mutual funds and stocks, man, bleed all that out. Bleed them out, cash them out, and take that money and put it in a Novatech. Let it earn for you 3 to 5% every Friday. Last week it was like, I think 3.4. This week it was like 3.2. I'm still glory hallelujah. Because I funded the account 7 days later. On Friday, I wake up to money. And then on Saturday, I wake up to even more money. So if you watch the video from CYTHIA on YouTube, I think you might have it, where the listeners can hear. CYTHIA explains what Novatech is and how it works. And there's 7 different ways of being able to make money without you having to go out to this thing called a job. Let me tell you about a job. Jobs are highly, highly overrated. Every single job on this planet is highly overrated. One, there's no love in the equation. There's only making money. And money is not very friendly. You know, money is numbers. 1 + 1 = 2. Gives no wiggle room for a 1.5 in case you have to give 50 cents to somebody else. You know, it doesn't work like that with numbers. So, but with the beauty of her account allows you to take these numbers with a $ in front of it and allows you to invest those numbers to get a return. Right. And that return is going to be constant. That return is going to be every Friday, anywhere between 3 to 5%. Some weeks are going to be 3. Some weeks are going to be 4. Some weeks are going to be 5. Some weeks one week might be a 2.7. But no matter what the percentage is, ask yourself, what do you have to do right now to make some money? Most people have to clock into a job that they don't like and they wish they were never there. But the only thing that they do it is because the amount of money that they make, which allows them to take care of your family. Well, put yourself in a position to where it's put money to work for you. Money will make more money quicker and faster and more lucrative than what you could do in 40 hours in a work week. So can your job, put money to work, and let money do the hard labor. You go have fun and help other people do the same thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that sounds real good. You know, like I said, I'm just saving so I can do it. I want to save a nice little something. You know what I'm saying? So I can do it. So I'm already.
People, if you have $550 right now, $550, start with $550. If that's all you got, start with $550. And if you did nothing else but keep rolling over your weekly investment, you'll have $1,033,000 in 5 years. If all you did was just roll over the account.
And you know, 5 years go by fast. That's not even that long. That's not even a long time.
Right. But see, I'm aggressive. So I try to be as creative. I use what CYTHIA tells me to do. I listened to her. I took the time to go through the website, listen to it for myself, educated myself on it from her. I didn't go to someone else. Dwayne Mooney introduced me to Novatech. Once I got into Novatech, I started taking the time to listen to the tutorial videos and listen to how she said to work the account so that it will work for you. And it doesn't take much effort. We have conversations every day. Share what you have, because this is now finally something that's built by us for us. Others can get in and participate, of course, but you know, this is our version of Charles Schwab. This is our version of our financial lucrativeness, where we have money working for us. We should not be enslaved to no man. I don't care who they are, for no reason. There is nothing greater than the creator that built me and you. So if we don't like something, we tell the creator and he changes the dynamic for us. We shouldn't have to be subjugated to the servitude of another man that breathes air just like me and you. And we should never be scared of another man that breathes air just like me and you. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. And we should not allow people that we see on the TV to have us scared of shit that we should not be scared of. You know what I mean? When they first came out with COVID, talking about put on a mask, and I'm like, what the fuck is that gonna do? What, you want me to stop breathing? Be scared of breathing? First with age, I want us to stop having sex. Now you want us to stop breathing. You can't breathe and not live. So in my mind, I'm like, y'all can kiss my ass 10 times on Sunday on Christmas too. I'm not abiding by none of y'all shit. If y'all say go left, I'm going right.
Funny,
if the
Reggie.
Bible says go north, I'm going south.
Exactly. Going south, east, west, not going north.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
We'll not be going that direction.
I try to stay away from scary people. Scary people will have you scared of shit that you shouldn't even be scared of. So I don't have the same fears that everybody else has, you know, and I refuse to have them. I am not going to be scared to breathe. I'm not going to be scared to have sex. I'm not going to be scared to do all the shit that they want us to be scared of. No. Y'all can keep all that scary to yourself. Have all the fun, knock yourself out. Reggie is going to the party and going to try to help as many people along the way to be able to get to a position where they can enjoy life on their terms. Not on this stupid system that we're living in that's embodied in nothing but fear. That's why I don't watch the news no more.
Right.
Because all you're trying to do is scare me.
Yeah.
If I wanted to be scared, I'll go watch a horror movie.
Factor.
Right. You know what I mean?
You.
And this really tickles me. They got TV shows called Naked and Afraid. Who wants to be naked and afraid? That's some stupid shit. You know? So, look, they can have all that fun.
What's the purpose of being
I
naked?
wish the real on that.
Right?
Don't call me. Yeah, just don't call me to participate, because I'm not going to be a participant. If I'm going to be naked, I damn sure ain't going to be afraid.
Wouldn't that be like the naked for if you're going to be afraid to be naked? Just put your clothes on and don't even join that.
Right, exactly. This show is stupid. So, I mean, when I watch, when I sit back and look and watch at the dynamics of things, everything is wrapped up in some fear. I'm not about to be scared. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not going to be. I'm not going to be afraid to do everything that they say, y'all, that they want me to be afraid of. In fact, I'm going to go to where they say to be afraid of. Don't go over here. It's very dangerous. That's exactly where I'm going. You know, I always take the opposite of what they say because they've never been truthful. Name a point in history in which they've been truthful. You can't point them. There is no instance to point to. Y'all have never done what you said you was gonna do. You don't live up to your word, and all you do is steal and kill. And then you get mad when people start retaliating. when people start defending themselves. Oh, well, they're being violent.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And when I used to watch
then
all
you get mad because they don't want to fall into that.
Right. And see, I also, you know, I've also noticed that the number of white police officers that are killing black men, women, and children, I've noticed they don't never go to the hood with that garbage. They don't never go to the hood. You have never seen them go. I'm talking about, when I say the hood, I'm talking about deep in the hood, on the other side of the railroad track, not where the African Americans live, because African Americans play by the rules. You know what I'm saying? But go to the other side of the railroad track.
Yeah.
They won't go there and pull that bullshit because they know them cats ain't gonna play that. You know what I mean? They're gonna get a response, and it ain't gonna be the response they were looking for. You know? So
that's right. They're gonna get a
I love my brothers and sisters on the opposite side of the railroad track. Right, exactly. So I love my brothers and sisters on the opposite side of the railroad tracks because they're the ones that truly don't have no fear. But the cops ain't gonna go over there talking about put your hands up and let me put my knee on your neck for 10 minutes. You ain't gonna do that over in the hood. That's not going to happen. They're gonna open fire on you before anything.
Yes.
So
and just
we just have to learn to do better, be better, and think better, and realize that we should not be afraid of our own people. We should not shun our own people because they may not have had some of the opportunities that some of us may have had the fortunate opportunity to get in, just because they did them make them less than. I go hang out in the hood. I'm not hanging out with African Americans. Y'all don't know how to act. Y'all too scary. Y'all tell me about what some white boy said on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and take it like it's true. They don't even research it.
Right, and then they want you to be scared. Listen, the white guy said it. It's got to be true. I'm like, man, come on. You can have all that. I'm going to go over here and party with the people that y'all call dangerous. That's who I want to go hang out with. So I just want, I want to say thank you for allowing me to come on. I hope that everyone really takes the time to look at an opportunity to where you can put money to work. Now, just like with everything in life, you can only do the best you can with what you have. The rest you give to the creator. You know what I mean? So Novatech is great. It's working. Right. I have no fears of it. When I found out that it was a black woman that put it together, that's what sold me. So I was sold from the moment I found out who built it. And I immediately took my $10,000 2 years ago and put it into the account. I've been happy ever since. I have no complaints. She does what she said she's gonna do. She's been on point. I have no complaints at all. And it's just a beautiful thing when you can wake up every Friday at it and every Saturday and you got money and I didn't have to go dig a ditch to go make it.
Wow. So tell us about how that 10,000, how you flipped that 10,000. Like, what was the time frame before you started seeing your money's rolling over? When you realized, like, hey, this works.
I rolled everything over for like the first year. And then when it hit a dollar amount that was comfortable for me to still put money back in and still touch money to be able to take care of my responsibilities in San Francisco, that's what I did. I took the monies that I was able to touch and used it for the community that I live within in San Francisco. So the nonprofit that I volunteer for, I take the monies from there and I help the 40 other residents that live in my building. I help them get what they want and need, whatever that may be, because I have the liquidity that they don't have. You know what I mean? So I didn't go through the traumas that these brothers and sisters have gone through. So all I could do is just be a servant for their wants and their needs. I'm gonna get it back anyway. You know, so that's what I do. I touch some of my profits, but my profits are spent towards helping the community that I live in, which is in San Francisco. But I'm willing to go anywhere to help others get in so that they too can take care of their family, their friends, and live their life and enjoy it at the same time.
Exactly.
So my initial investment, I've already made that 10,000 back and then some. I made close to 75,000 out of it, messing around with Novatech doing nothing. So I put in 10, I made 75 back.
And that's within that's within a year's time, right?
Well, I've been in it for 2 years in total. So, at the beginning of, the first couple of months, the first year, I would say, it was a slow grind, but it was still building. Now it's gotten to the point to where I can touch and help and put money back in at the same time. So I roll over my profits and I touch my profits and I spend my profits on what needs to be spent on. And I'm grateful for that because CYTHIA is taking care of me, not Reggie. Essentially, it's CYTHIA and Novatech taking care of Reggie, and I take what she gives to me and take care of those that are around her.
Exactly.
And that's a nice little ecosystem, though, that you got going right there. That's a beautiful thing.
That.
And then I like what you do. I like the fact that you giving back to the community, man. That's that right there is like you're going to get your blessings. You're going to get what you give back and more. Just because of.
Well, see, I really don't talk about the nonprofit that I volunteer for because I don't think that's an accolade. An accolade would be if I brought the New Orleans Saints and took them to the Super Bowl. That's an accolade. Helping out people, that should not be something you should get a pat on the back for because that's what God said to do when you got here. He said, "Nigga, take care of each other." I never really understood how some people who would get affiliated with a nonprofit and talk about themselves as if they're doing something great and magnificent. If you're feeding people or giving people the things and the necessities that they need, that's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't talk about it because it's not anything really to talk or brag about. I'm just saying what I do with my profit as they come in. Yeah, the days of me being able, to go act a fool and have fun and buy cars and that's coming. But for right now, I take the profits to do where they're going to be most needed and appreciated for right now. The bigger things are going to come by default. I'm patient. It's going to come, So I just tell other people, if you're in a position where you work in a job that you hate and you're not making the money that you want to make, then here's a way for you to take what capital you do have, place it into Novatech, and let Novatech grow it so you can quit your job and now you can go live your life and do whatever it is that you want to do for you, whatever that may be.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's really literally that simple. Fund the account, watch it grow, add more money to it as you go along, and eventually you're gonna get to a point to where you can kiss your job goodbye comfortably, knowing that you don't never have to go back to them because you have a way of making money without you going out to make money. Let the money work for you. You go play and live your life and help those and enjoy their life too. And it's literally that simple.
And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. We deserve that. We actually deserve that, especially for us who have put time in the system working. and been through the horror stories of employment and racism and all those different foolishness. And now we got a sister who have created a platform for us to make our monies work for us, not us go out and make the money. I mean, it can't get no simpler than that. And I can't wait for us to get together, Reggie, so I can get involved. I'm super anxious on it because I believe everything you're saying. I see the vision. I know that if, like I said last time, I know Baba Valentine wouldn't even be recommending us to do this if he's not seeing it work, because he's not going to mislead the community. He's a community leader, community advocate. People have been looking up to him over 30, 40 years. So if he says it works and now you're here basically saying the same thing he's saying, but now you're getting more in detail and more in depth. I have the video that you sent me, plus I found another video, so whenever you're ready I can play the 2 videos and the listeners could see the videos, see who the CEO is, hear her voice, feel her energy, get their own interpretation. If they're feeling it and they want to go forth, more power to them. If they not, they think it's a scam and they've been there, done that, then that's fine. Can't reach and impress everybody, but the ones that exactly, it has to resonate with you naturally on your own. We're just here to give you the information and put it out there. And if you want to take it to the next level, here's the resources to take it to the next level. We got Reggie here every Friday, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. And he's willing to give his time because he has nothing but time. You heard what he said. He hates working. He doesn't work. So he's here every Friday, and we're going to have not the same exact discussions, but we're going to be discussing it. We're going to show you videos so that way you can, if you're too lazy to put the video up yourself, here's the video right here. You can see it right here on our platform. And he's here to help. His number is there on the screen. I recently put up his email contact if you want to get involved. He said earlier on the show, sometimes it takes 30 minutes or even up to 2-3 hours when he's dealing with a client, because he wants to make sure that they understand everything and they walk away happy and they walk away, feeling like, yeah, my money is getting ready to matter now, that it's not a scam, it's not a scheme. He put up his money and he's telling you how much he made within a 2-year time. So from 10,000 to 75,000, that's a big jump in 2 years. Some people's not even making 10,000 a year.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
all
then you also, we have to understand. Go ahead.
All I was going to say was, all I did was, after I funded my account, I listened to what the instructions were on how to grow, which means I listened to CYTHIA. So if you listen, that's just like me buying a product from you. And you're saying, Reggie, when you buy this product, make sure that you put it up under hot water first for 5 minutes, and then put it up under cold water for another 5 minutes, and then use it. When you listen to a person give you the instruction on how to use something, you follow the instructions to get the result that you're looking for. So that's what I did with CYTHIA. She has very simple, articulated instruction matter and tutorials on what Novatech is, how it works, how you can benefit from it. And if you follow the instructions and you're patient with yourself and you're patient with the process, then you'll begin to not only see the reward, but you'll also be able to feel it. And then it makes it easier for you to help somebody else, because we have this fear of thinking that if I don't tell nobody, then I get to keep it for myself. We have to get out of that selfish mindset and realize God has given enough for everybody.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's real. That's a
I mean,
sickness.
for everybody.
Thank you.
That's a sickness that we got going on, and
tell me about it.
that's a sickness that we have in our community. Is that that self-centered. I'm just doing this. This is my little secret I'm gonna do, and I ain't gonna put nobody else up on game. It's way too many people out there to think like that right now.
Right. And it's a condition. I mean, we have to understand that the way they have treated us for the past 6,000 years is atrocious. And see, our Caucasian counterparts have to understand that who y'all call God and who God really is night and day. and that you cannot mistreat people and get away with it. It might look like you got away, but you didn't get away. And your karma debt you're gonna have to pay. You know what I mean? So we have to get out of the selfishness that we've been placed into. We just have to learn how to be patient with each other. You know what I mean? Because we patient with white folks. White folks will shit on us all day long, all the way to Christmas Day, and we keep giving them second, third, fourth, fifth, 100 chances. But we won't give that same chance toward each other. You know what I mean? We just have to learn, and it's going to take a process, and you have to be patient with it. You know what I mean? As long as you're patient with the shit, everything's going to be okay. This is okay right now. You just got to see that it's okay.
That's right.
And know that it's okay. And not let the media and the world scare you into some bullshit that ain't even there.
Exactly. And you know, that's the
so if you want to start one of the videos
400 or 500 years.
Right. You know, I go all the way back to the beginning.
Okay,
we can deal with
I was just saying.
6,000 years. Yeah. I just want things to be better for us.
Exactly.
That's all I want.
Yeah, because we can do better. We see other races doing it. We see them ending together. And no matter what little small differences they have, when it's time to sit at that round table and make that money, all that other bullshit that they want another, that goes out the door. That goes out the door because they understand the importance of their generational wealth. They understand the importance of the economics within their community and keeping that money circulating at least 30 times before it leaves their community.
Right.
Yeah,
our money don't even circulate in our community.
Nah, because we give it to everybody else.
In another race's community.
Mm-hmm. We give it to everybody else as soon as we get it.
That's right.
After Russia and Ukraine.
Let me tell you something, Brother Reggie. The fact that you're even...
Wait.
What you were saying, Kufo?
Oh, I was just going to say, after Russia and Ukraine finish fighting each other, they're going to sit back at the table and be like, all right, how are we going, because that's what they do. That's what the European nations do. After they finish, because they just brothers. It's a family feud, basically. It's just a family feud. And they fighting and blowing each other up right now, but they'll sit down at the table with the rest of the European nations and be like, all right, how do we squash this? That's what's going to end up happening. How do we squash this? How do we get back to, you know what I'm saying, keeping our dominance over the world? How do we get back to keeping, you know what I'm saying, our currency flowing without it, you know what I'm saying, going too far into a deep recession? Y'all going to have to chill out. Y'all going to have to shake hands and you know what I'm saying, agree to disagree, because y'all not finna mess up. You know, this is a family feud. We got y'all not finna mess everything up for everybody else. But everybody else ain't talking about the world. It's just talking about them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's exactly how I looked at that. I looked at, first of all, I'm not standing with no Ukraine. I don't know nobody over there. I have never been over there, and I'm not interested in going over there. And I'm not worried about no Russia or no Putin, or that has nothing to do with Reggie. Nothing. Now, for the women and children that's going through that bullshit, you need to look at your men and ask them what the fuck is wrong with them. Because they're the ones that are dropping bombs everywhere. You know what I mean? For what? For what again? Help me understand. Right. Why are you killing people again? Killing. You know what? I remember a long time ago when Mike Tyson was in his heyday. And I remember when Mitch Green thought that he really wanted some of Mike Tyson. And he started popping off at Mike one night in a nightclub, and Mike beat the bloody brakes off of him. Then 10 months later, he still wants to get in the ring with him. And he got beat up again. So the reason why I brought that up is because our counterparts keep thinking that we are Mitch Green, that we don't want to hurt nobody, but we are never going to put ourselves in a situation where we want to actually kill. We'll whoop your ass, but we're not really interested in killing. That's never been our MO. They over there literally killing each other over what? Come on, man. You can't give me the cosign on that. I'm not going to. You know what I mean? Ass whooping, yeah. Killing, no. Killing is never a good outcome. Because death is finite. It's over with. It's done. You can't take that back. You can take a bloody eye, a black eye back. You can take that back. But you cannot take death. Death is final. So the game that they like to play, I'm not interested in. And I'm not interested in saving nothing that y'all had no good intentions for nobody. I'm not interested in saving that. I'm going to let it fall just like it's supposed to. And then we're going to get our shit back, and y'all can go back to where y'all came from until y'all learn how to play.
You know what's funny?
Sandbox is created for everybody to enjoy, not just them.
Facebook, see, I got irritated with some of our people, right, on Facebook, all up and down my timeline when the war first happened. Oh, support Ukraine, and when Ukraine, poor Ukraine, Ukraine this, Ukraine that, right? And all I said was, let them blow each other up. Who cares? And Facebook actually put me in Facebook. They actually said that was against community standards because I just said, you know, they over there on the other side of the world, let them blow each other up. What did that got to do with us? And I got people reported me. Then this was our own people though. This wasn't white people. This was Negroes. Talking about support Ukraine. Right. When Ukraine,
and see, that's why I was telling you, the African American community will get you fucked up if you just listen to them too much. You know what I mean? They want to, let's march with you, stand with Ukraine. No, you stand with Ukraine and see what the fuck happened to your ass. They don't care about us. And until y'all show that y'all start caring about each other, I know you ain't gonna care about us. Because you're so quick to want to kill something. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna call down the thunder, and when it comes, you're not gonna be able to handle it because it's gonna be more than what you were bargaining for. The way you did the Indians, the Native Americans, and the African American, or the African and the Asian, the way you've done everybody that don't look like you, that is gonna come back to you. I promise, it is. We ain't gotta wish for it. That's the way it works. If you go north, you're going to eventually start going south. You go east, eventually you're going to start going west. It's a circle. And if y'all don't, if they don't understand that, life will show you. If you don't want to hear it and believe it, keep waking up. You're going to wake up to one day to something that you was not expecting. And you're not going to be able to overcome it because that's your karma. You're going to meet your karma, and it's going to come just like all of us going to meet out. Fuck over somebody and see what happens to you tomorrow. So let's watch one of Cynthia's videos so that the audience can see how we can help them make some money.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to play it right now. And I'm going to keep my camera off for the sake of StreamYard purposes so the video can play clear. So I'm going to play the one that you sent me first, Reggie, and then I'll play the one I found.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wait, hold on. What am I doing? Hold on. I got to share the screen. I forgot. Sorry. 1 second.
All right. everything that we do here is about branding ourselves and the visions and the missions that we have to serve our own communities. We just happen to have a really awesome vehicle that we can use that just takes our integrity levels and takes our influence to the next level.
Why we are all here. And with that being said, it
is
because of
the energies and the collective collaboration of all of us as leaders that I fortunately, being very close, are in proximity physically, to our corporate headquarters, to our office, to the owners, where I was invited to a cruise not too long ago in December, where I got to literally sit down, party, and really fellowship with the founders, not just the owners. Obviously, it's great to really sit down with the owners and their family and just really see how truly organic and grassroots, this company is. But more so, I got to hear from the real people that look just like me. Right? Some of them with no experience at all, having so much success in this platform because of what Mrs. CYTHIA and Eddie PETION and the family has done to bring this platform to the masses. So, without further ado, I want to bring to the forefront an amazing leader. I know she's grassroots. All right, everything that we're doing, she has done before. And one thing I will say about leadership. All right. Leadership is always tested. Leadership, to whom much is given, much is expected, much is required. And without that, there is really no true leaders. And they have been through the fire. They've made it very clear. They have gotten to the point now where God has blessed them to really put together this. And this is why each and every one of us is here today. And I have to introduce our CEO, Ms. CYTHIA PETION, to the forefront, so we can first actually. Oh, she's already co-host, so that's perfect. So without further ado, I bring to you guys Ms. CYTHIA PETION.
Thank you. Well, first and foremost, thank you for the invitation here tonight. It is a pleasure to be here. Not too many people actually ask how to do this. So I'm glad you brought up the question when they said, we look like we do. You look like my little brother. Only not that much. But a lot of people, get into these type of businesses. They want to hear from us all the time. They want to hear from us all the time. One of the things that I hear all the time is, well, yeah, but nobody does it as good as you do. Or, sure, we can present it, but it's great to hear from the horse's mouth. Guys, you want people to follow somebody else's business, somebody else's vision, somebody else's dream, and by all means, let's. All right. We see a lot of done-for-you models that they call them. Basically, what you're doing is you're gathering a bunch of people and let somebody else do the work. Guess who they follow at the end of the day? So it is important that you brand yourself, that you market yourself, so that following your recommendations, because at the end of the day, you are the brand, not Novatech, not CYTHIA PETION, or any one of our founders. However, what we would like to teach you tonight is tools to help market this business, because it is currently what you're working with. And honestly, what we're going to teach you tonight, we're going to run through our presentation plan to go over some pointers, how to explain things, what it means, maybe help answer some of your more difficult questions. But it can really be applied to any business or presentation that you're doing. All right. How you say things and the verbiage that's used is extremely important. A lot of times in the hot seat, because of anything they're doing wrong themselves, but because of how it's being marketed and the information isn't precise, accurate, or it can be very misleading. And in this type of business, you want to make sure that we are not being misleading at all. If I'm known for anything, it's for being, upfront and to the point. I'm more of a punch you in the throat with the truth type of person than sugarcoating things. Because I want to know that people who are here in this program are here because they want to be, and that they understand what's involved. And, Dap said it best when he says, we want to make sure we protect the house. Okay? Because if we're not taking care of our home base, then we're really doing this for nothing. All right. So with that said, I know you're a co-host, so I can share my screen here. All right. So this presentation is available in the back office for anybody who wants to use it. All right, very important. Like I said, it's important that you create your own brand. Presentations and change the imagery, or add your own personal touch to it. That is totally fine. What's most important is that the content of it is not changed. All right. So if you want to add some verbiage or take verbiage you feel might a little onto each one of the slides, but it is important that the content is not changed. One of the things I like to tell people, all right, we are a trading platform that offers an affiliate program. We are not an affiliate program that offers a trading platform. All right, and what's the difference? One is you're going to market the heck out of this like an MLM, like you've done every other MLM. And the other is going to teach people to understand that the nature of our program is a trading program, that funds are at risk. However, we offer you an added benefit with it. Is that okay? Very good. I know a lot of people like to skip the disclaimer. Guys, this is your butt saver right here. You do not want to skip your disclaimer. This disclaimer doesn't do anything more than tell people that they have to do their own research, they have to do their due diligence, and that we're not responsible for any misinformation they might find or thought or anything else. Everything we do is very candidly on our website. It's in our disclaimers, it's in our disclosures. People need to know that these are risk management accounts. That means their funds are at risk every single day. Of course, it's our responsibility to try to create profit for everybody, but it is a risk management program. They have to be 18 years of age or older. And then there's some other things that go along with it, but that's, like not having duplicate accounts and those types of things. Those are all in the disclosures. Make sure that they're reading that. We get a lot of tickets, you can imagine where people come and say, well, my sponsor didn't tell me. It is not your sponsor's responsibility, the disclosures to you. Please make sure that you're being informed. This is just a founder's page. You can use it, you cannot use it. To be honest with you, I just added it into the slide deck. If everybody loves us, this will get you far. If you think you have an audience that hates us, take it away, okay? People like to see who's involved, and they like to know who's responsible, and we don't hide from anybody. All of the founder information, by the way, guys, can be found in the back office. Don't even have to have a back office to log in. On the main website, at Techfx.com, you'll find a founders page, a message from the CEO. Not only does it have these photographs on there, but it has our biography as well. Just a snapshot of who we are and what we do. Again, right there for everybody to find. For this here, you can simply just what kind of experience we have. So between the three of us working, we come from a very different types of businesses. For some reason, people may look at our backgrounds and think, for example, myself, and I'm going to have conversations along with you guys so that my LinkedIn page, to be honest with you, I probably haven't updated it or looked at it for the last 2 years. Kept me so I have a chance to see what's on there. I believe this position as CEO is the last one listed, but prior to this, I had a 10 or 15-year history with a company involved in print graphics. And people may shy away from that or like it or dislike it, but just so people understand what my role and position was there, this is one of the biggest graphic companies in the world, not just the United States, and I was their number 2 salesperson and project manager. I literally brought in millions and millions of dollars for this company every single month. We dealt with Fortune 1000 companies, Macy's, Coach, Burberry, Kate Spade, so Lacoste. These were all my accounts that I worked on. And I was like a salesperson, project manager. So it's very important that people keep things in perspective. When they're looking for our backgrounds and what it is that we do, working for the government for many years, doing high-end security. This is why he's with us. Mr. PETION, my husband, who's the COO, he's was managing telecommunication and engineering for very large companies. All right, so we have spent a lifetime making other people a lot of money. And it was time that we put our heads together to put this company together and utilize it for people who wouldn't normally have this kind of opportunity or business. All right, and that's just the long and short of it. So what is it that we do? It's live market trading. We are registered as brokers for MetaTrader 5. That means we own our own trading platform. The platform that we trade on is called Novatech Ltd. If you download a MetaTrader 5 app, it's not our personal app. Anybody can download it and search for a broker. If your broker is listed there, great. A lot of times we get involved with companies, you're not going to find their information there because they don't own trading on third-party platforms. Why did we decide to do that? It gives us a heck of revenue and income from the business. And in order for us to keep our platform, we need to be in good standing with the KYC is for the year.
Sorry about that. Let me go back to the video. I got kicked out of StreamYard.
No worries, I understand. I'm patient. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'm just going to go back to where it last cut off at. Because she's talking some good stuff here. Okay, let me see. I think we were... All right, let me see if I could... Okay, I'm just waiting for it to load. This StreamYard is something else. It's kicked me out of the studio. We lost the video.
It's okay. It'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll get it back on. Just be patient. I'm sorry, listeners. I know you probably were very attentive to what she was saying, and then boom, we got kicked out. All right, I'll pause the background music for a minute and see if we can get this back going. Let me share my screen. So far, I love what she was talking about.
Oh yeah, she's definitely on top. Oh yeah, she's definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then it kicked me out. I just had to come back in too. That's weird.
Okay, it's loading. Hopefully, I can get back to the point where she was. The screen that I'm in is going to let me go and click this, and what happens? Okay, let me see. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what's happening here. I don't know why I keep getting kicked out of the StreamYard, but that's extremely weird that it keeps throwing me out.
Right.
All right,
I
let me try and
understand.
share it again. This time I'm gonna just share it from my email. I'm not gonna try and share it from the YouTube
stream.
link. I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
the
I'm gonna
powers that
just
be.
share
Hey,
it.
maybe the powers that be don't want us to network like that. You know,
And
maybe
I'm thinking that. I'm thinking that strongly.
because everything was cool until you put the sister on and she started talking and she started, you know, everything that you wasn't having that issue until
Strongly
you put that
thinking that,
video.
Kufu.
Hey, you'll be
Yeah.
surprised.
Let me know how the audio is once I play it, if you could hear her clear. Were you able to hear her good?
Yeah, I was. Yes.
Okay, good. All right, let me let it load before I press play. I'm supposed to be meeting with StreamYard probably tomorrow. They want me to send them all the podcasts that I did that weren't, streaming good, that was choppy and glitchy and delaying. And then we'll see what happens from that point. See how they'll be able to help change that. I guess I can play it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just realizing this is an hour long, Reggie.
Yep, it is. I want to just leave the link for everyone
Oh, yeah,
to
but good. It's
look
picking
at.
up where it left off, so we don't have to worry about starting it over. I don't care
Okay.
that it's an hour long.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
They need this information. This is like an education educational. This is like an educational course at the same time for free.
Right.
I didn't hear what you were saying because it was breaking up.
Oh no, I was saying.
Them with a COI, which is a certificate of incumbency, showing that this account is in good standing
Okay, here it
in
is.
order for us to even maintain that platform. So if you can find us on there, that means the company is still active and still in good standing. Right? Showing that this account is in good standing. This slide just basically just runs down, you know, what it is that we do, what we offer. The majority of you guys here are in the US. Is that correct, Beth?
Yeah, probably the majority, but I would say we're starting to build internationally a lot. I saw it in the back office and I was like, wow, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of people in Africa. Got a couple people in Australia. Yeah.
Okay. I always tell people, listen, don't stay local, go global. Okay. If you stay in your own backyard, you'll never be able to grow past your front yard. All right. So it's always nice
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
I wanted to know if Reggie was able to hear the video because someone in the chat was saying that she can't hear it. There's no sound.
Yeah, I didn't hear any sound either. But I was
Yeah.
quiet because I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I haven't heard no sound from the video either.
Oh my goodness. So all that time it was playing, there was no sound?
It was silent, yeah.
Why you didn't tell me before?
Well, I sent you a text message.
Yeah, after the fact. All right, so let me try this again. Let me see. So from I started it back again, there were no sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm going to have to run because I got some things I have to do because I also have to head back to San Francisco.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I have to head back to San Francisco later on tonight.
I don't know if she can hear you or not. Can you hear him?
So yeah, I can hear him. Can he hear me?
Uh-huh. I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Reggie?
Yes, I can hear you. I was just saying that I'm gonna have to go because
I was going to do. Okay, no problem. I was just going to go rewind it back for about the last 10 minutes that it was playing, and then I was going to seal it up anyway. Oh, she said yes now.
Okay.
She can hear. Okay, so let me see what's happening here.
All right, I'm gonna have to run. Yes, ma'am. Okay,
no problem. If you have to go, no problem. We'll catch up again next week, and I guess you'll give me a call tomorrow.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, either later on tonight while I'm on the road.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, Brother Reggie. Peace. Have a safe trip, right, brother.
I will. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Be safe. Be safe. Peace out. Love and gratitude. All right, so text me, Kufu, if you hear it. All right, I'm getting ready to play it. So text me if you can hear it.
Okay.
Or just tell me yes. I think I don't know what's going on, but it looks like YouTube is trying to block the sound because I can hear it. I heard everything.
Well, yeah, I can't hear it on my end. Yeah, I can't hear it on my end.
What about now? Can you hear it?
A little bit, yeah.
Can you hear it now?
Why did you decide to do that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Can you hear it now?
I hear it, but it's low. It's
hear it now?
Yeah. I hear it, but it's still low.
We can control their accounts. We can pairs get traded.
All right, because I just need to know you can hear it, though.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Let me know if you can hear it when I mute my mic.
No, I can't hear. Wait, go. Yeah, I can still hear it.
So my mic is on. I'm getting ready to mute my mic. Tell me if you can hear it. All right, I'm getting ready to mute my mic. Just tell me now if you can hear it.
All right. No, I can't hear it.
Oh, okay. I can't mute my mic. That's why. All right, no problem. You can hear it now, right?
Yeah.
It's not nearly as intricate as a pound, but a lot of people use that as well. And it also generates additional revenue and income for the business. And in order for us to keep our platform, we need to be in good standing with management. They KYC us every year. They make sure that our business doesn't have any that filings that we're filing our taxes, our paperwork, and whatever else is required of us. All right, and we have to provide them with COI, because it's a certificate of incumbency, showing that this account is in good standing in order for us to even maintain the platform. So if you can find this on there, that means the company is still active and still in good standing. All right. This slide just basically just runs down, what it is that we do, what we offer. The majority of you guys here are in the U.S. Is that correct, Deb?
Yeah, probably the majority, but I would say we're starting to build internationally. And I saw it in the back office. I was like, wow, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of people in Africa. Got a couple people in Australia. Yeah.
Okay. I always tell people, listen, don't stay open, we'll go open. Okay? If you stay in your own backyard, you'll never be able to go past your front yard. All right? So it's always nice to hear that people are branching out and going internationally. But the reason why I ask is because within the U.S., we only trade cryptocurrency. The way that it works when a U.S. resident makes a deposit is it gets allocated to a trading account that's just trading crypto. All right. Also, our MT5 platform where you can trade on your own, which I mentioned, that is not available to U.S. residents. There's certain other countries that may or may not be able to use it. That all has to do with regulations, policies, and whatever else. In the United States, we're registered as a hedge fund company. The platform itself that we use to trade, the tech platform is registered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They don't require any special licensing. They don't have the same kinds of regulations. To be honest with you, a lot of companies saw our U.S. passports and didn't want to use it. And in order to start the business, you have to go where you could go. In the U.S., in order to open a forex trading platform here in the U.S., required millions of dollars just to even start up, a whole lot of paperwork, red tape, and we were not able to even enter the market playing with the boys there. So we played where we were allowed to play, and then we just continue to grow from there. But just so you know, if you are dealing with U.S. residents in particular, their funds are allocated for crypto. There's countries who are forex isn't allowed, so they just get crypto. There's countries where crypto isn't allowed, and we trade forex for them. So we have to be very careful about where the funds get allocated when they're deposited with us. This slide is just to simply explain what crypto and forex trading is. The forex trading does trade 5 days a week, and the crypto trading, it's a market that doesn't close. Okay, so that trades 7 days a week. Well, the forex markets basically work like 9 to 5s. You have a 5-day trading Monday through Friday, pretty much 24 hours, but that 24 hours isn't because the markets are all open 24 hours. It's because something's opening while another one is closing. So, for example, if you know the Japanese market is going to open in the middle of the night, and you happen to be trading yen, for example, you need to make sure you're up in the middle of the night when that market opens, because it'll start to move. They're located. Some are here in the US, some are overseas. They monitor different markets. Some of them are crypto experts, and that's what they stick to. Others do have, forex experience as well, and that's all designated based on their level of experience. So when somebody joins with us, so very important, guys, when you're sharing a link and you're bringing people into the program, make sure that they're using the right link. All right, we have 2 different programs. One is our MT5 self-trading program, which we spoke about, but the majority, like 98% of our customers here are in the PAM program. The PAM program is a percentage allocation management module. That basically means the money is put together in a pool and percentages are paid out. All right. On this slide here, I just explained to them that they don't need experience. You have a dedicated support portal, and you can upgrade or cancel at any time. And when we say it's fully automated, that means they don't need to do anything. It doesn't mean we don't need to do anything. Some people may see that and think it's because we're using bots. Bots can be used by the traders as a tool. It is not the only tool, and we do not automate our trading. Okay, it has to be regulated and monitored by individual traders, and we oversee and monitor that. And that's because a bot can't tell you when the market's going to shift quickly. The bot is designed to make purchases, sales based on whatever parameters you give it. So if you tell it, buy this coin at this price, when it hits this, that's exactly what it'll do. And it'll see it before you do because it's able to detect it within a millisecond. But if something's going awry or the market's shifting, a bot is not going to have any control over that. And that's why we have to use live trading. All right, and that's basically just what this is. Now, what you're looking at here, this is an actual snapshot of the terminal. Anyone can go to our website and download it. You can download it on their phone or desktop. I encourage people to open demo accounts just so that they can see the platform and how it works and play around with it if they want to. And they can put any amount of money in there. Right. So the way we track our progress, people can see in their back office performance reports. These performance reports are the numbers that we gather every week and the percentages that we're reporting to you and paying to you every single Friday. All right, so the way this works, your ROI is paid on Friday. It can be anytime on Friday before midnight Friday night. And your commissions are paid on Saturday. The only ones who get paid commission, guys, are the ones who are participating in the affiliate program. You may have a lot of people who are enrolled as affiliates, but they're not actually working the program. I don't think more than 35 to 40% of our members currently participate in that program. And I can tell about how many persons are getting paid commissions every single Saturday. And it's, like I said, anywhere from 35, maybe 40% of the people here. And it's been like that from the beginning. You know, so it's one of the things that I actually think is an added plus when you're talking to people, because people come into these programs with, a mindset that, oh, this isn't an MLM, this is a pyramid scheme, this is a Ponzi, this is all these types of things. Especially in the US, it's like, MLM is a dirty word, right? I can think of a lot worse words, but it's because they don't understand what we do or how it's done. You know, I'm a huge fan of affiliate marketing. My husband and I started doing it about 5 years ago, and we quit our jobs, all right? Because you're taught to just go to school, get a good job, retire, and hopefully they'll pay you enough for you to live off of by the time you retire. In what I think it's like almost your 70s now. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, people need to understand the benefit of the type of program, but they need to also understand the risk and understand what it's not. All right, and it's not a program where you have to bring in people in order to earn income. You can earn your ROI every week just based on the trading. So long as they understand, if you look at this chart, that it can deviate. All right, so very important when you're marketing this program, that we're not saying that, it's a way to retire or get rich quick or, make a steady income every single week. This is not income. This is an earning, this is a bonus. And it's the reason why we use that language. And income is when you have a job. We are not offering jobs. We offer an opportunity. And within that opportunity, you can benefit from trading on the live market. And with that comes its deviations. So people need to understand that the goal of this program is not to make profit every week. You may think that's what it is. However, the goal of the program is to have a steady progression of profit over time, whether that's over weeks, whether that's over months. This is not a program where people should plan to enter, make a bunch of money, and then run out to the next program, because it's not built that way. The program is very heavily profit-based, so if there's little or no profit, then there's just no earnings to report that week or bonuses to report that week, and that's totally fine. Right? And one of the reasons why that is because we do allow people access to their capital. Not many programs do that. There's a lot of programs after we started doing it a few years ago, either one or two will try to implement that. I don't know how successful they are in it, but we've been able to return every penny to every single user since we've started this program. And that's because you give us the funds to trade, we report only what we make, and the rest is still there trading. So if you need access to your income, you can, your deposit, you can totally do that, okay? But people need to also understand that it can deviate. So if it goes up, great. If it doesn't, That's just what it is. But every penny you make above what you already deposited is profit. So even if you make a penny that day, it's a penny more than you had the day before. As opposed to other programs where you have to make a deposit, and then it's like a rat race where you're trying to catch up to make what you deposited before you're in profit. In this program, you're in profit from day one, because again, you have access to that capital.
I don't think there's any actual real formidable company out there that actually gives you access. Maybe private trading, but a company like this, of the many that we know, none of them give you access to your money whenever you want. So,
right. And in private trading, if they lose 30% of it on day one, do you want to take out 30% less, or you want us to keep trading it? So you gotta have a stomach with this, you know, because it is possible for us to have a week or a day of loss. The overall goal is just to make sure that over time that there's profit. So again, it's not a, you know, what do you call it? Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It just doesn't work like that. Be prepared to stay, have a conversation, stay for dinner, sip some wine, and get to know everybody. All right. It's also why we.
No, sorry. There was a good question that came up on the other slide. I'm not going to answer. So most of the questions, guys, we want to stay on target, but just because this question came up, I think it's pretty relevant.
Which slide was that?
The last one that showed the profits and losses. She says, so since for those in the U.S., their funds are traded only in crypto markets, does that mean the weekly returns for your U.S. residents are different from those outside of the U.S.? In other words, if the weekly return...
No, that's a good question. We report globally for the business, okay? And the reason why that is, you know, in order to make sure we're staying and not crossing the line is, we make sure that the funds are allocated for trading crypto. All right, but you have some people also whose funds are allocated for just trading Forex. Now, in the very early stages of the slides, you'll notice we talk about this being an umbrella company, in that there's also crypto sales and crypto machines, Bitcoin machines, and all these other things. As a hedge fund company, we're managing the funds. All right, so there are other things that go on behind the scenes, and those are things that we do plan to add on to this program that people can actively select and choose. Right now, as a hedge fund company, we're selecting how it gets traded, what business ventures we get into. Is an ATM machine a good idea? The ATM machine, for example, that requires a FinCEN license, which we have. That operates under SmartBank. That was in play before we even started this company for years. We finally got them launched, and it does add revenue to the business and help support it. Same thing with mining, same thing with the crypto sales. That's because people are able to go on there, buy cryptocurrency with a credit card, for example. It's expensive. Anything with a credit card is going to be more pricey, or pricier, but it adds revenue to business. So when we calculate profit and loss for members, it is across the board business-wise. And one of the reasons why that is also is you'll have people who be like, well, I'm trading Forex. Can I select just crypto? Well, I don't want to trade crypto. Can I select just Forex? Can I do both? Can I do 20-30, 50-80? You know, we can't, our program isn't set up to do that. So although the funds are allocated for crypto,
Let me see if I can get it to stream straight from the YouTube, which it is straight from the YouTube, but it seems like it's not doing right coming from off of my email, perhaps. Actually, let me try this one. I think this will show better.
Down here with Novatech, and today we're going to be going over your genealogy tree, how to build your downlines and use the holding tank. So Novotech uses a hybrid version of a unilevel. Now, typically with a unilevel, every single person you sign up goes on your first level. All right, and that can be a little problematic sometimes because although it's a very simple model to learn and build on, you don't really create much synergy between your teams because every single time you enroll somebody, it falls on your front line. So your team doesn't benefit from any spillover whatsoever, and every new person who's enrolling is basically building on their own without any assistance from their upline. It also creates a lot of different legs that you have to manage as well. Now, there's also another version of that, which is binary. In a binary, you place either left or right. It all goes down on the same one or the other leg. That model also only pays you typically on the smaller volume. All right, and that can be a little difficult to build teams because you can only place on the outside of those legs. What we did was a hybrid version. Okay, which is a matrix, and that matrix allows you to be able to place anywhere you want in your downline, which means you can now benefit your teams by providing them spillover, and you can do that without using your levels or your direct sponsorship. Because typically in a unilevel, the only way to achieve that is to give the sponsorship away so that they can enroll somebody and keep building. And that means you also lose commissions as well. So in this system, you'll be able to place anywhere you want to, and you can look at several different factors to see where best to place somebody, including, who on your team may need some additional assistance and benefit from the volume, who lives where, maybe geographical location, so that you can kind of use that as a team building factor so that people in the same geographical location maybe aren't competing with each other. But it really does give you a great deal of flexibility. Now, when you enroll somebody, they go into what we call a holding tank. Now in your menu, okay, see here an option that says user placement. That's where you would go to find anyone who enrolled beneath you. Now, very important, they stay in that holding tank for only a period of 48 hours. But that allows you enough time to check your tank daily and see if there's anybody in there that needs to be placed. And if you want to place them, then all you have to do is go to user placement. You'll find a list of every single person in your downline, and then you can choose where you want to place them. And then they'll go to that person's first line. Now, very important when you're doing this, you're not losing the level because this is done by generation. So although that person will pick up the volume, it still remains your first level for commission purposes. Then all you're going to do is check and approve, and then they'll be placed into the downline. Now, once that's done, you're going to see something that occurs like this. So this is your traditional downline and how it would build, with everybody in blue being your first level. However, now you have the ability to add somebody, and you can place them here, for example, and they'll start to build, and then this becomes your second level and your third level, without having to lose anything in between. So this is a great way for you to be able to place where your team may need the volume, where you may personally need the volume, because there are certain requirements that are needed in order to be ranked, and that includes volume. So this is a great way to provide your team. Now, one thing you want to be mindful of, again, you can place anywhere in your downline that is needed, including something like this, where you can place your first level one underneath the other. Why would you do something like that? Well, you may have a leg that you're assisting, and you don't want to be over the map, which is pretty much what I would recommend doing. Find where in your team the volume is needed, and then build all the way down. Because by doing that, you're creating volume here that will go all the way throughout the upline, versus if you're building on the inside legs and then maybe only benefiting a few. So check to see where the volume is needed. But once you have a place there, I typically recommend avoiding over the map and building straight down. Okay, so let's talk about what is actually needed to achieve ranks, because this is the reason why we provided our users with the ability to get spillover from their uplines this way. Because there are three factors needed in order for you to achieve ranks. One is your own personal volume, which is your investment in the nutrition program. The second is your group volume, which is where this benefits your teams. And then you also need some rights requirements within your downline, and you'll find all of that in the detailed compensation plan. But here, if you take a look at this model, which is our first position, the platinum associate,
you need your own personal volume of $500.
Okay, and that's a bronze package invested with us.
Now, in
Now,
addition
in addition to that, you need your group volume of
$25,000.
Now,
using our scenario here, which has 5 legs, again, you don't need more than 2 or 3 legs, but most people we find are averaging between 3 to 5 legs. So the volume does need to be distributed evenly, because no one leg can have a max volume of more than $15,000 to count towards your rank. Now, why did we do it that way? We did it so that you can evenly distribute the volume in order to help teams, but also technically, if we allow all the volume to come from one leg in order to reach rank, then what would happen is one person can reach rank, let's say in this case 25,000, and it would cause everyone in their upline also reach because the volume is distributed throughout the upline. So we had to avoid a situation where one person can cause an entire upline to also reach rank and get commission from that. That would be very bad for our setup. So it does have to be distributed. So in this example, for example, a platinum associate, the volume can come anywhere from your downline, provided it is somewhat evenly distributed. So in this example, leg 1 has 25,000. Now, leg 2 has 2,000. Leg 3 has 1,000. Leg 4 300, and leg 5 $500. Now, looking at this model, one would think, okay, I've hit platinum associate. I have a total of 25 volume just in one leg. This person, for example, has more than $20,000 in volume. However, only 15,000 of it is the max volume which can come from any particular leg. So if you look at the math underneath here, leg 1, although has $25,000, only 15,000 of it can be attributed towards the rank. So if you continue to add the volume from leg 2, 3, 4, and 5, the total volume is actually 18,800 qualifying volume. But remember, 25,000 is needed to hit this position, so this person would not qualify. However, if you take the same scenario and distribute the volume more evenly, let's say leg 1 still has 25,000, but leg 2 has 12,000, everything else remaining the same, you now have math that actually adds up to 25,000 or more, because leg 1, although 15,000 is being attributed, leg 2 has 12,000. So that alone is 27,000, along with the balance of the other legs, adds onto the volume needed to qualify. So again, we do this because your upline won't typically have that same distribution. This is your distribution from your downline, so it qualifies. In order for your upline to qualify for the same position, you reach rank because you reach rank yourself. Now let's look at our second position, which is junior executive. In this case, let's say you have a volume again of $500, but notice the personal volume needed here is $2,500. Group volume to reach junior executive is $50,000. So again, using the same distribution, leg 1 having 5,000, leg 2 60,000. Again, someone might look at it and say, well, I have more than the 50,000. Why am I not reaching rank? For this one, you have the qualifying volume is only at 33,600. Why? Because although leg 2 has 60,000 of volume, only 25,000 can be attributed to it. Again, this is all in the comp plan. You can take a look to see what the max volume requirements are for each leg. But for junior executive, it's 25,000, which means the other 25,000 needed to reach rank has to come from other legs. It can come from 5 legs, 10 legs, or it can come from 1 leg or 2 legs. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's distributed and no one leg exceeds the maximum volume. So this one would not qualify. Now, in this case, trying to switch it up a little bit for you, just so you can understand. Again, if you do the math here, all right, you have 15,000 from one leg, 25,000 is 40,000. Leg 3 has 10, is 50,000. No one leg is exceeding, the amounts here. Why did this person not reach rank qualification? Very important. Personal volume was not met.
All right, so if you take a look here, you need $2,500, and this person only has invested $500. So in this scenario, the person would just need to invest up to $2,500. Once they reach that $2,500 investment mark, then they themselves also qualify for the Reggae treatment. All right, so this is the reason why we built the system the way that it did, to make sure that teams are being properly assisted, distribution of balances are being met, but also allowing teams to be able to build with synergy based on whatever reason you may feel that they need to. So again, if you guys have any questions, you can reach us at support@novatechfx.io. If you need any assistance with placement, again, just please remember your downlines do not have access to their back office until you have placed them. So try to make a habit of just checking your user placement or your holding tank at least once a day, to make sure that if you are giving out your link and you're recommending people to join you, that you are also assisting them in getting them placed as quickly as possible. All right. Again, my name is PETION, Novatech. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
All right. I truly apologize for this volume issue that's going on trying to play the YouTube video. At first I thought it was happening because of my I was doing it from the Gmail, and then I realized, okay, well, I'll play the other video that I decided to play from earlier today. It was the one you just saw, and I don't know, I guess the volume was pretty good. I didn't hear anything in the chat. And when Kufu was on, he didn't say that it wasn't clear enough. However, the one that I was playing from my Gmail, that is the one that Reggie sent me. I don't think Reggie realized that it was an hour and something long. I normally try to look for videos that, maybe no more than 15 minutes, because an hour and something with the volume being low like that, it's kind of, not doing the listeners any justice to get what they need to get. That's the whole purpose of me playing the video. So I'm going to try for next Friday to see if I play that video directly from the YouTube, not out of my email, to see if that makes a difference. And then, of course, I'm going to have that meeting with StreamYard to let them know that, my podcasts have not really been clear like it should be. I'm doing everything they suggest, and it's still not giving me good reception. I don't know if that's because a lot of people is trying to use the StreamYard at the same time that I'm using it, which that really shouldn't have anything to do with it, but I'm just hypothetically speaking on this. And I really wish that the volume was loud enough, because that first presentation that I was showing, she was really going in on what it is you need to know, how the business is run, and things like that. I noticed when the guy was speaking, his audio was a lot clearer than hers. I don't know what was going on with her sound from her side. But nevertheless, next week I'm going to try and make this better for you, so that way you can get all that you need if you find yourself interested in being a part of Novatech and making your money work for you. So in the meantime, I'm just going to show Reggie's information. If you want to contact him, I'll put up his the email that you would contact him from, or that might be his little website. And I'll also put up his phone number that he gave out earlier if ones want to call him direct, and he can also walk you through whatever questions you may have. And let me find his phone number that I just had up a little while ago. But nevertheless, we will be here every Friday, 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific, because Reggie is on the West Coast. He's streaming out of San Francisco or Arizona most of the time. And we're going to try and make this podcast every Friday worth your time and your attention. And I do give thanks for your time and attention. Sorry that this internet is, or not the internet, the StreamYard is not behaving right, because I don't have any internet issues. The moment I love StreamYard, my internet is pumping back to normal again. So, yeah, Kufu just messaged me, keeps kicking him out. So it's like, do they have a problem with us showing this, to the audience, or what? Because it shouldn't be kicking him out. Let me see. He's trying to come back in now. And you said StreamYard kept kicking you out, Kufu?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Everything was fine when we were talking a little while ago, remember? And then as soon as I started playing the videos, then here come all of this connection confusion. I do think the first video that Reggie sent me, the first video that I played, I do believe that the audio on Cynthia's side is not too clear, because I noticed when the guy was asking her questions, I could hear him a lot clearer than her. So I don't know if that was coming from their side, but still, it shouldn't have been so muffled like that and so low,
Really muffled. Yeah.
You know? So,
sound really muffled.
And even when I tried to play the second video, how was that sound? Was that good?
It seemed like the second one sounded better.
Okay.
It seemed like it's YouTube though. It seemed like it's on the YouTube end.
Probably so. And we'll see the video that Reggie sent, the first one that I played off of my email, but it's still through YouTube, and it's taking episode like it just loaded now, because I wanted to see if I can stream it directly from the YouTube to see if that will play better, But however, let me see if I could play it and then click on that little YouTube icon, and it'll bring me to the straight YouTube page. I just found it was weird that everything was beginning, and then as soon as we started playing these videos, it seems you. But I mean, at least they were able to see the slides, although volume was not compatible with the slides.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they were able to see the slides at least. And then I did put the link up there, so at any given time, they can always go to the YouTube and see it too. I just want to see something right here real fast before we seal it up. I just want to see what's happening here. But this video was like an hour long. The one that Reggie sent me is an hour long. I'm kind of like thinking that maybe we should show videos that's between, 5 and 15 minutes, because the hour long one with the audio being low and things like that, it really doesn't do the listeners any justice. So I would have to definitely have to check out the volume before I put it up, because Reggie sent it to me. I just assumed that it would, play clear. The one that I played, the second one, I knew the volume was good on that. But even now, I'm trying to play it, right? And it's still loading. All right, so I'm playing it, and now let me click on the YouTube icon. I kicked David out too, because he was on the screen and I didn't even see him anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you saw him cut the board for a little bit.
I didn't even see him.
And I kept getting
Let's-
kicked out of the StreamYard. Come on now, I'm the host. How am I getting kicked out?
No, I just think if you're having a bad connection sometime, like I don't know if their servers are, you know, they servers kind of suck a little bit there.
Yeah, their servers are not good. That's why tomorrow I'm supposed to be meeting with someone from the StreamYard, and they're asking me to send them all the podcasters that weren't, you know, that was glitchy and everything, because it shouldn't be happening at all. I know sometimes you might get a little delay and things like that, but all the time, come on.
Yeah, and where people just literally getting kicked all the way out, like.
Kicking me out twice, and then
it messes up the performance of the show when people is out and they gotta get kicked out and log back in, and you miss what somebody's saying because you had to log back in and all that. You know, that messes up the quality of what you're trying to do.
Exactly. And then, you know, some people, they don't want to sit that long to wait for you to fix it and clear it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people have, you know, their patience be running low.
They're frustrated.
Yeah. To no fault of your own, you know, it ain't like you.
Okay, tell me how it is now, Kufu. Tell me what the volume. I know. Let me know how the volume is now. As it's loading. You see the screen, right? Or not yet?
No.
I know it's still loading up.
But people need to also understand that it can deviate. So if it goes up, great. If it doesn't,
it sounds more clear, but the volume is still low, sort of low.
It's a penny more than you have it.
But are you able to see it on the screen?
You have to make a deposit.
Yeah, I can see it on the screen.
Like a rat race where you're trying to catch up to make what you deposited in profit. In this program, you're in profit from day one.
Is it still far distant in the volume?
Capital.
I don't think there's any actual real formidable company out there that actually gives you access. Maybe private trading, but a company like this,
it has an echo to it though.
Give you access to your money whenever you want. So
Right, and then private trading, you lose 30% of it on day one. Do you want to take out 30% less, or you want us to keep trading it? So you gotta kind of have a stomach with this, you know, because it is possible for us to have a week or a day of loss. The overall goal is just to make sure that over time that there's profit. So again, it's not a, you know, what do you call it? Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. It just doesn't work like that. Be prepared to stay, have a conversation, stay for dinner, sip some wine. All right. It's also why we.
So sorry, there was a good question that came up the other slide. I'm not going to answer most of the questions, guys. We may not, because we want to target, but just because this question came up, I think it's pretty relevant.
Which one? Which slide was that?
The last one that showed the profits and losses. She says, so since for those in the U.S., their funds are traded only in crypto markets, does that mean the weekly returns for U.S. residents are different from those outside of the U.S.? In other words, if the weekly return—
No, it's a good question. We report globally for the business, okay? Yeah. The reason why that is, you know, in order to make sure we're staying and not crossing the line, funds are allocated for trading crypto. All right, but you have some people also whose funds are allocated for just Forex. Now,
yeah, I can hear
in the very early stages of the slides, you'll notice we talk about
sounds better.
An umbrella company, and that there's also crypto and crypto machines, Bitcoin machines, and all these other things. as a hedge fund company, manage funds. All right, so there are other things that go on behind the scenes, and those are things that we do plan to add on to this program that people can actively select and choose. Right now, as a hedge fund company, we're selecting how it gets traded, what business ventures we get into. Is an ATM machine a good idea? The ATM machine, for example, that requires a FinCEN license, which we have, that operates under SmartBid. That was in play before we even started this company for years. We finally got them launched, and it does add revenue to the business to help support it. Same thing with mining, same thing with the crypto sales. You guys will notice in your back office, it says buy crypto. That's because people are able to go on there, buy cryptocurrency with a credit card, for example. It's expensive. Anything with a credit card is going to be more pricey, pricier, but it adds revenue to the business. So when we calculate profit and loss for members, it is across the board business-wise. And one of the reasons why that is also is you'll have people who'll be like, well, I'm trading Forex. Can I select just crypto? Well, I don't want to trade crypto. Can I select just Forex? Can I do both? Can I do 20, 30, 50, 80? We can't, our program isn't set up to do that. So although the funds are allocated for crypto, we pay profits across the board for our earnings and losses, gains and losses throughout the week and the month. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Very good. So the same way you have access to your capital, there's no expiration dates, there's no earning caps, guys, and there's no withdrawal limits. We may say above a certain amount, it's going to verify that you take it out because we do not have, the last thing you want is for somebody to get into your account, take everything out, and it wasn't verified. All right. And it happens all the time. People give access to their kids to manage for them, to their spouses, to their uplines. We do everything we can to try to safeguard your account, but at the end of the day, ultimately, it's in the reason introduced to UFA, but that's a different type of training. But we want to make sure that sometimes when we halt things, it's just because we're double checking. All right. Went to this slide here. They're explaining the packages, and this all works regardless of what amount that you put in. But very important, and this is where there can be some confusion. And this is really the responsibility of the sponsor, but I recommend presentation so that when they hear it, they understand why it's up this way. This is the trading packages. The trading packages start at $99 and go all the way up from there. But the builder package is called a builder package for a reason. It is expected that you will build on it. We do have a 25 monthly service fee, which starts building on your first anniversary after you've joined. And if you're trading with dollars, even if you make a % profit that month, guys, the balance is going to start to disappear. So they want to make sure that they're actually actively building by either adding more funds to this, or that they're taking advantage of the affiliate program. All right, and you'll notice the verbiage that I just used, that they are taking advantage of it. You don't want to give anybody the impression that they have to use it. You don't have to use it. However, if you wish to take advantage of it, it'll help cover your fee every single month. But if you are not, please ensure that you are adding funds to this whenever you can, because you can upgrade at any minute, at any time, for any amount above $1. And we know plenty of people who started at the 99 who still don't use the associate program or the affiliate program and still continue to build and now have thousands of dollars that they're trading with. They can do that by adding their own funds, or they can do it by redepositing bonuses that were made. Again, you'll notice what I just said. They can read the bonuses that were earned. We do not refer to it as compounding or interest. We do not pay interest. We are paying you profit based on your trading. We're not talking about compounding, we're talking about redepositing, because these are terms that are used in the banking world and in the investment world. This is a trading program. This is, this is like the wild card of making money. So people need to understand the differences in terminology. Because I see all the time, I want to join the program where you can compound your interest. Well, you must be talking about JP Morgan, something else. That's not what we do here. We trade, and you have the option of additional money to upgrade your time. The added benefit, or you need. All right, does that make sense how that's phrased?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Now, we have in the enrollment packages a $49.95 package. I do not include it in the presentation because people are very visual. They'll see that and they won't hear what you're saying. So I talk about it, but I don't include it in the slideshow. And that, hold on one second for me, guys. I have a son over here who's like on his Xbox screen. Teenagers, okay. So let me explain the $49.95 package. The $49.95 package, and people want to know what's there, can we take it off? We cannot take it off, all right? We have to, by law, because we do have an affiliate program, allow people the opportunity to participate in the business without requiring that they invest. And people often confuse that as far as MLMs and affiliate programs go. They think, oh, as long as you're recruiting, that it makes it a Ponzi. That's not correct. What we cannot do is require that people invest with us in order to participate in the opportunity, which means I cannot require that you open a PAM account in order to participate. If you open a PAM account, starting at $99 or more for the builder account, you're automatically included. You don't need to do anything. However, if you wish to enroll as a customer and not be part of the program, you can do that too, which is often a mistake people make, guys. Make sure that they're signing up with your affiliate link if that's what they want to do. If they want to be customers, that's a different link. Okay, they won't have access to the program. They won't be part of your downline. Their volume won't count because they're customers. It's not going to be included. Even if they upgrade later, the only thing that will be included is what they upgrade to. But the $49.95 is a license. That means somebody does not need to make a deposit. They do not need to invest with us. They pay a $2.95 subscription fee instead, but they can bring in as many people as they want and still get the bonuses. So they'll still get the check matching, they'll still get the residual, and as long as they're meeting the criteria of the program, they'll get whatever bonus they qualify for. All right, so that $49.95 is a license. They cannot use it to hold a position and then ask us to move it to their trading account later. It is non-refundable and non-transferable. All right, so you have people who will buy that $49.95. Some do it after they're already trading, which I don't get. I'm not really sure why that happens. But for paying it, I think they're gonna hold their position for $50 and then tell us later on, oh, just put it in my trading account. It's not a holding position. Either you open up a PAM account or you purchase a license. All right, so make sure that when you're guiding people, that they understand what it is that they're purchasing. Any questions so far?
Yeah. Someone asked about so is the word, so can we say compounding deposit of my profits? Is the compounding a word we shouldn't use, or is it compounding because associated with interest?
I think it's misleading, and it gives people, they automatically associate it with interest. And compounding also, sometimes systems are set up to just take your money and automatically put it back in. I don't like to market on compounding. I know as, and you and I spoke about this before, yeah. I know as affiliate marketers, we want people to put in as much as possible. Why? Because there's check matching and there's all, there's a direct referral fees and everything else. And as accounts grow, our business grows. I get that. However, me as a consumer myself and as a leader, I think it's more important for people to understand the flexibility of the program. That flexibility, guys, is what's going to give people assurance and comfort in dealing with our, because any program, and this is again me being in this business, and not everybody may see it this way, but when a company starts talking to me consistently about compounding, I think they're trying to lock up my money. Why do you want me to redeposit so much? Why don't you want me to withdraw? Is there not enough money for me to withdraw? Well, where's my capital? Me as a consumer, those are the type of questions I ask if somebody starts pushing compounding. So I don't like to use that word. Instead, I like to say, guys, this program is extremely flexible. When you earn your bonuses every week, you have the option of withdrawing it. You have the option of redepositing it so that your account continues to grow. And that's the best way to grow your account without having to add any additional funds out of your own pocket. And you can take as much or as little as you want. Flexibility is what's going to sell the program. Not, oh, if I compound and then they start using calculators, I'll be there in 3 years. I doubt that very much. Because those calculators don't take into account that our earnings vary every week. It doesn't take into account that it could be loss. It doesn't take into account that sometimes you take out half of your capital or a bonus this week because you want to go buy a new car or, you know, pay some bills. Those calculators to me are very misleading, and it doesn't really paint a true picture of an actual portfolio. And people deposit, they redeposit, they reinvest, they take some out. One week they decide to take out this amount, another week they take out a varying amount. I see people take out half, some, all, and some people don't even touch it. They wait for weeks and months before they even withdraw it. So I just don't think it paints an accurate picture of what we do. If you want to use a word, that's fine. It's not my favorite. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just think, you know, there's just better ways to explain it. And this training is about showing you guys the different ways that you can present this without misleading the business. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's move on from the packages. VIP, once you trade $25,000 or more, you no longer have to pay that monthly service fee. It's just a thank you for trading with us. There's a 1% cashback reward. The way the 1% works, guys, and this is for both VIP and president, all right? Because at president, you get a 2.5% cashback reward and still no monthly fees. Is after you are trading a full calendar month at that level. If you come in the middle of the month, you didn't make that, make it in the next month. Okay? It pays you a percentage of what you earned. It's calculated from your ROI. So if you're trading $50,000 and you made $2,500 that month in ROI, it is calculated from the $2,500, not the $50,000 that you're trading with. Okay, because this isn't a trading bonus, it's a cashback reward. Same thing with your debit cards or your Visa cards or whatever, they give you a cash back. They're not giving you a percentage of, you know, how much money's in your account, it's how much you spend. So it works very similarly. Whatever we pay you in ROI, we pay back a percentage of that. And it's after a full calendar month of trading at that level. All of this is in the back office under the support portal. There's schedule fees, how things work. That support portal, guys, people don't use it enough, to be honest with you. And encourage people to do so. It'll take a lot off your shoulders as well. Now, the President's Club comes with a $1,000 gift card bonus. That's just $1,000 we credit to your account, not your trading account, but your bonus. You can do whatever you want with it. If you want to put it into your trading, you can. If you want to take it out and use it, you can do whatever you want. Again, that is awarded after a full calendar month of trading. Both those bonuses paid by the 10th of every month. All right, any questions on that so far?
No. However, we did have a question regarding the states that we don't do business in. Why?
For various reasons. It's for various reasons. There's countries we don't do business in, there's states we don't do business in. Every single state has different laws, regulations, you know, we don't have to explain to people why we're not in that state. We just simply tell them, unfortunately, our services aren't available in that area. We look to continue to expand the business, and if we can offer it at a later date, we'll do so. If I sign up for a website or a business that's not available in the US, I don't ask them, well, why aren't you in the US? They're not. I can't join. But it's for various reasons, for various regulations, for various recommendations. we choose which states we want to trade in or not trade in. And a lot of it is based on our lawyer recommendations as well. But I don't need to give a laundry list of reasons why, for example, we're not in Texas. You know, because then the next thing they do is people start checking off the list. Oh, well, you didn't trade here for this reason. That shouldn't be an issue anymore because they just made a new law in Texas saying that. Okay, that's great. You know, but everything we do is to protect the business. And if we feel that a country, a region, a state might be hostile to what it is that we do, or they have regulations or requirements that we're unable to meet or just don't wish to get involved in, we just stay out of that area. Does that make sense?
Yep, that absolutely makes sense. Somebody asked, I know you guys are asking about this, we've kind of covered this, but there are no tax implications, guys, when it comes to Novatech, all right? Because remember, a tax implication has more to do with when you create a taxable event in your exchanges and you sell your crypto. Whatever you withdraw from Novatech has nothing to do with Novatech when it comes to how you pay your taxes. You have to consult a financial advisor and your
exactly.
CPA to take care of
That's
that.
always your safest answer.
Yeah.
All right. Consult with your accountant. Preferably you're using one that's familiar with cryptocurrency and understand the laws. Absolutely. But we're paying crypto to your crypto exchange. How you exchange it, cash it, use it, that has nothing to do with us. We are not liquidating your crypto. So it's the reason why we don't issue 1099s or W-2s. We are transferring cryptocurrency, which is unregulated, and it has no tax implications, as Dap said, coming from us, because we're not exchanging it or liquidating it. Crypto in, crypto out. Now, how you spend it on your end or liquidate it or send it to your bank, those are where you're going to run into tax implications. And this isn't really a topic for the presentation, but just so you guys are aware, people cannot write to us asking us for income verification, employment letters. People want to get houses and they don't have a job, but they want to use us. We are not a source of income. So unless you're going to tell somebody, well, I went to the casino a lot this past month and I made a lot of money, let me go get my casino records. It's the same equivalence. Certain information or certain ways of earning income cannot be used as income verification. Okay. Now, just lastly on this part, you know, we have a support portal. We did allow people to send in tickets using a support email. It's getting bogged down and backlogged in queue, and people, it's not a good way to track emails. We wanted to do it so that it would be simple for people to contact us, but it's so simple that people will contact us 50 times on the same topic. So if you go through the support portal, and the reason why I like to direct people here is because they can even start typing any question here and find an answer before even talking to anybody, before contacting the sponsor, before contacting their upline, before reaching support, and most of the questions will be answered here. If you guys can think of anything that needs to be added here, we're always happy to add another article or a Q&A and do that. But once they're here, we do recommend that they register an account here. They'll get an email saying they registered. They shouldn't wig out because sometimes they think, well, I've already registered for Novatech. Why am I getting this email? Well, because you just registered on our support portal, okay? And that's a different access. But it does allow them to track their tickets. So they can see what the status of the ticket is without having to constantly inquire. So I'm hoping by making sure people just get directed here that we can be a little bit more expeditious as far as answering inquiries. So I really need the help of presenters and leaders to make sure that people are using the tools that are available to them properly. Okay?
Question. One, can you come back on camera, please?
Me?
Yeah. Remember
Why, you gonna take a screenshot and check my ID?
So
and I got my hair did, so I can't talk about
that.
But yes.
So this next question, do you have social media? Because we have people on here that said they've spoken to you and we've talked about crypto mining and all types of different things. And
I think people who think they're talking to me know that they're not talking to me. And most of the time, it's to ask for money for a business that's not this. Why the heck would a CEO of a company be on Facebook, Instagram, or anything else saying, yeah, I still do Novatech, but why don't you do this other business that I'm not going to give you a website for? Send me the money directly and I'll invest it for you and I'll do it on the side. Who does that? I mean, we need to think and make proper choices and proper decisions. Anybody can hack my Instagram page, which they've done. At one point, you know, I had thousands of followers. I don't know who's copying my images. You know, it's a screenshot and loaded to their own. Instagram, Facebook, they don't seem to want to take anything down. I've had to hire lawyers in order to have fake accounts removed because they didn't think they were dangerous enough. So I just stopped. I just got off. If I'm not there, you can't copy me. Okay. But guys, come on. You know, I've had people say, yo, I sent you, you know, $50,000 because you told me to. I think, you know, I didn't ask you for $50,000. You know what I'm saying? We don't spend this kind of time and energy building a business for me to just side talk you on social media. My email is cynthia.petion@novatechfx.io. It is not an Instagram page. It's not a Facebook page. And I don't even know why people attempt to follow me and friend me on those things. Well, we're not homies. Okay. I'm the CEO of this company. My job is to help you have a successful business here. So no, I am not on social media. Stay off.
Are there any warnings or disciplinary actions or protocols taken by the company if they're caught doing something they're not supposed to do?
There are things that we consider gross violations, and there are things that we consider a slap on the wrist. We don't like to just shut people's accounts down. If you are in gross violation or you're doing something that we've advised you not to do before and you continue to do it, for example, we do not allow somebody to use our name or imagery or, you know, soliciting businesses. So, for example, and you've got your Novatech back office up, but you're talking about another business and saying, oh, well, you know, we do Novatech, but go try this other business too as well. You can't do stuff like that. If you're doing a review of businesses and say, hey guys, I want to give you my top 5 choices of businesses that I'm working now. Here's an example. Novatech does this. This is why I like it and dislike it. This other business does that. This is why I like it and dislike it. Something like that is fine. But if you're going to use our image while soliciting or as a platform to jump off of to solicit for other programs, those things are not allowed. We'll give you a warning. Take the video down or the information down or edit it. And if that's not followed, we'll close your account with prior warning and just return your money. We don't lock up your money. We don't tell you, oh, you know what, we took away your account, now your money's ours. Listen, we're not here to play games. If you are in gross violation or your account needs to be closed for any reason, you'll get notification from compliance. You'll be given an opportunity to correct the and your funds returned. Minus any bonus that should not have been earned. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. I want to open it up real quickly for the leaders. You know, this is not about me, never been about me. This is about all of us collectively and every single last one of the people that are co-hosts and people that are not co-hosts. I mean, we work tirelessly to build a very productive community and educate. Guys, I saw a lot of questions that were in the back office already. One, I highly recommend, guys, come on. When you guys don't go in your back office, you know what that tells me? You probably don't even go in your bank account. You don't manage, you have no idea. This is a business, guys, you know, and you have to manage your business. You have to maintain your business. And if you don't go back there and read and understand what Novatech is all about regarding your crypto, then why should we? So please, guys, go back there and read everything. Click. You cannot mess up anything by clicking on anything, except for the one question which I did get. Can we correct some placements? And we already know the answer to that, guys. All right, they've already
that
made
opens up, yeah, that opens up Pandora's box. Guys, you have 8 hours of somebody being tanked plus an email that you they're in your holding tank, go get it. That's 2 whole days that you have to place people correctly. If something is done incorrectly, the system is down, somebody for some reason got locked up in the holding tank and it didn't get a support issue. But if we can't open up a can of worms where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, did you mean to go to this sponsor instead? And then I'm moving people. How do I even know that's where you're supposed to be? you're not cross-recruiting. You can't get into that issue because these are downlines that are being constructed. If somebody honestly signs up and is assigned incorrectly, guys, just sign them up again, okay? But we can't get into moving people around. Also, I just want to comment on the slide that you have up right now. This is very nice. But you see overwhelmingly just one team, how fast people grow. So I encourage you guys to continue to promote each other and recognize each other. I think it's huge. I just want to make one comment on, and I'm glad you did it this way. We have a VIP club and we have a president's club. I do not encourage anybody to post pictures or names of people who are in these clubs. These are people who are trading a certain amount of money. That means you have deposited X, Y, and Z with Novatech that you're earning from. Don't expose yourself like that. It's not anybody's business how much you're trading. These are financial accounts, they're business accounts, they're your personal information. Last thing you want somebody to think is that, oh, that has over $100,000 in Novatech. They probably got money. You know, that's not anybody's business. When it comes to finances, I stay away from publicly sharing that kind of information. We used to have a tab in the back because everybody was so proud when we got to the VIP. I took it off. I said, you know what, this is a hazard. It's very dangerous, especially when you're dealing with crypto. You know, it's not FDIC insured and all that kind of stuff. Somebody gets into your account and gets a hold of you, it could create a very serious situation for you. All right, so please make sure you're safeguarding yourselves and not just your money.
And it could cause issues with child support. Talking about you don't make money.
Maybe that's why I'm not in Texas. People don't need to know all that, you know, shoot.
Wow. Cynthia, this has been remarkable. Thank you so very much for everything that you have done for us, you and Eddie, in creating Novatech. I'm telling you what, this truly has been a life-saving blessing for so many people. We should really have a call where we're able to talk about the people's lives that have been changed and share that with you face to face on open camera so that you really understand what you have done. It's far greater.
I've participated in those types of meetings, and I welcome any invitation. We try to, you know, make whatever we can. Prayer groups, you know.
Yes.
You know, we, Deb said it earlier as well, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing some of the articles and stuff like that. It's very important, the positive information. People always tend to want to gravitate towards the negativity and stuff like that. You know, I can't help that the National Enquirer of MLMs writes bad stuff about us. That stuff is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And guys, that's another training point I kind of wanted to touch on. You know, I like to, for every new level, there's a new devil.
That's right.
You can't justify what people weigh about you. You got to remember, we are in a competitive market, business, and industry. They were writing bad things about us before we even had a name for the company. All right, so it doesn't matter. You're gonna find stuff like that. Instead, pay attention to the good stuff, the stuff that does go right, and share that, because that's what's going to start to flood the market and not all the negativity. It gets to the point where you're here long enough and you're doing enough good that people need to start hearing that and paying attention to that. If somebody gives you a laundry list of blah, 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 you know, I always like to compare our business to going car shopping. I love cars. But, you know, it's like walking into a dealership to go argue with the salesperson over a car you had no intention of buying and telling him you don't want to buy that car. Then go to another dealership. Go test drive another car. You can test drive one of ours. If you like it, buy it. If not, go to another dealership and drive another car. You don't need to come here and complain about all the reasons why you don't want to be here. I don't really care. If you have positive feedback that you want to give us on ways you think our program can improve, or I'm told we always listen to those. But you know, we don't need a laundry list of negativity.
Why they can't be a trader as well as an affiliate?
That is a total conflict of interest. You don't want somebody who's in the platform trading to also have access to accounts. So our traders, we don't associate them with actual customer accounts.
It's kind of like, I can give you a million different examples, but it is a conflict of interest. Either you work with us or you work for us, but you can't do both.
Okay, and 2 questions and I'll be done. If something happens to the founders, how is the business structured to continue?
I already got that answer. I'm actually the stand-in CEO for Novatech.
Bless his heart.
That has all the codes. We would probably all have to simultaneously die. And unfortunately, I have seen that happen with Kayani, for example, is a business I was in. All the founders got in the airplane over the holidays and unfortunately had an accident and a large portion of the family died. However, I'm not the only one who has the codes. There's 3 of us, and in addition to that, lo and behold, my support staff is also our kids and family, and we make sure that we keep everything so that we can give access to people that we can get, who need access. So, to be honest with you, I don't hire outsiders. Trade is one thing. My family doesn't trade. We have to hire professionals. As far as support goes, being able to assist people with accounts, I'll give that information over to immediate family. I don't let outsiders into the business because we're dealing with too much personal and private information. So God forbid something should happen to me, the information is with somebody that we trust well enough to continue to manage.
One last question and one suggestion. Will Novatech go into mining? Inquire your minds want to know.
We have discussed that, and we've also mentioned in previous presentations that we're already mining. So it's just a matter of creating a program around it. We need to do something long enough that we know that it's profitable, it's affordable, it's sustainable, and electricity is a huge factor, cost, and everything else. So we do actually have a program that we're building on that we're hoping to release within the next 6 months, but it'll be this year. And we want to honestly listen. We love trading. It's our bread and butter. Okay, and it's a really great way to make money fast. It's also extremely risky, and it's not for everybody. So we go into mining and those types of things because it's a little more steady, and we're able to offer the opportunity to different things. At the end of the day, like I said, it's a 25 monthly service fee. If you're not trading a certain amount, if there's not really much profit in it, we want more opportunities for more people to be able to participate in what we do. Because at the end of the day, listen, when you make millions or you have hundreds of thousands of dollars to put in a trading account, you're pretty good. We like to help these types of accounts too, but it's important that we don't forget about the people and continue to make those types of programs available. It's just a matter of building something around it that, dots all the I's and crosses all the T's. So yes, we'll have something coming up later on this year.
This one, this was a question earlier. We obviously have different caliber of people. Novatech does completely. Is there any different of a risk whether there is a person trading an account with just 500 or someone decides to put 5 million? Is there any higher of a risk for either of those two?
A percentage is a percentage. Obviously, if you're trading with more money and there's a higher percentage of loss, it's more dollar signs in your account, but it works the other way as well. If we pay 5% and you're trading with 5 million versus 500, the dollar signs are a lot different. So it's percentages. Okay, if you lose percent, you lost 2%. If you made 10%, you made 10%. That's all gotta just add up to whatever it is that you're trading with. Don't trade with more than you wanna lose, and just try to gain as much as you can.
Do you have any idea how long Novatech can really be around? And is there what can cause Novatech to completely crash or go out of business? We get that a lot.
You get it a lot, and I love that you even asked this because I really want people to pay attention to this part. Asking somebody how long they're going to last is basically asking them to give you a date that they're going to fail. How long are you going to last? If I said we're going to last another 6 months, would that make everybody feel okay? If I think we're gonna last another 6 years, would that make everybody feel okay? Like, that's like asking me when I get married, you know, well, how long do you think your marriage is going to last? I don't plan to fail. Okay. However, the follow-up question to that was a good one. What could possibly make us fail? All right. And these are, you know, good preemptive questions. All right. But you can't ask somebody how long they're going to last. To me, that's just, I never get that question. And I just don't answer it because you know, it's like, I don't have an expiration date. What can cause a company to fail? The market can go sideways. We can have a really bad week, bad month. We can be irresponsible with how we trade. Now, remember when I started this conversation, I told you that we have our own platform. Our traders are given parameters to trade within. And if they are not staying within those parameters, meaning they're trading too aggressively, they're not watching their stop losses, they're trading more than we've told them that they can trade with. They're only allowed to trade with a certain percentage at a time. So let's say somebody has $1 million in their trading account. They can't open a trade for $1 million. We designate based on the trader and their level of experience, how long they've been with us, their trading psychology, how much you're allowed to open at any given time. And if you're not staying within those parameters, we shut your account down and we take it over. All right, so it would be grossly negligent of us to quote unquote crash. However, doesn't mean we can't lose money. We can totally lose money. What people need to understand with a program like this is that if we do lose money, it's the same thing when Bitcoin goes down or crypto goes down. The worst thing you can do, or even the housing market, your 401k, you've only lost money if you liquidate it. And now you've sold it for less than you had. But if you stay in the program and you just rebuild what's there, then you'll get back to where you were and continue to exceed it. All right, so there's not really anything in my opinion that can cause the business itself to crash other than for me to go to sleep for a week, a month, and not pay attention to my business. And that's not the intention that we have. We have loss mitigation and risk mitigation factors, all right? And people have to abide by those. And when I say people, I mean traders, in order to make sure that we're not risking more than we have to. And it's the reason why our program doesn't pay excessively like other programs do. We stay in our lane. Does that answer the question?
It sure does. This one is a very interesting one. Will there be a time when the group gets so large that it could be closed to new people?
That is a very feasible response. When you and I spoke about this, just yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a time that's not our intention? We didn't start this business in order to lock people out. And we know very well at the point we tell people, hey, don't bring anybody else on board right now. We're kind of at capacity that people are either going to wig out because they're going to think the money's running out, or it's not going to give you the ability to build on your business because you can't bring in any additional income. You can only continue, but it doesn't mean you won't still make money because the people that are there still trading are still going to earn you your check matching, your residual, and everything else. We can probably say right now, guys, no more people. And the ones who are here will continue to make money. But it closes out the people who aren't here or the people who are just getting started and want to continue to grow. We have to think of these things in advance. We have to have projections. We have to understand where we see the growth going. We have to always look at new projects that we can build on ourselves to continue to bring that revenue in. If we get so big that we can't manage it, then the solution isn't to shut it down, in my opinion. Is to bring in more resources and more solutions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's the last few words that you touched on that I really want to stress, because the last few things that you said was, about helping people, you know what I'm saying? And we could have been, this group right here, I mean, look at the growth. Like, it should have been like Team Diamond Plus or whatever. I don't know what's stronger than a diamond, but I'm an April baby, and that's my birthstone. And we could have been doing anything. Anybody in this group could have been doing anything. We all know how to make money, right? It's like breathing air or riding a bike or swimming. Once you know how to do it, you always know how to do it. People need to understand that the power that they have as a community and as people to bring up others. I always said Jesus was the best affiliate marketer in the world. All right, and even during his time, he didn't have that many, but it grows. So we need to understand the reach that we have, the people that we can touch, and make sure that we're doing the right thing to the best that we can. It doesn't mean we won't fail. It doesn't mean we won't have hiccups along the way. Okay, but as long as we have the intention and the heart and mind to help people and to follow that plan, then there's no such thing as failure. There's such thing as losing money, but who cares? You make more and you show others how to do it. And you don't have any fear. When you do things, you got to be fearless about it. You can't fear losing money. We get that half of the questions had to do about losing money. What are you worried about? If you don't want to lose it, don't play with it. But if you want to strap on, learn the business, figure it out, then anybody here can have anything that they want. We start learning how to use the system instead of cheating systems and trying to beat the system. Just make a system that works. I'm gonna hop off as well if you guys are all good. We'll be praying for you, pray for us, pray for the business, pray for those who are sick, and
Okay. Also, I want to add that I know it wasn't as clear as we would like it to be. However, I did get the gist of the conversation, and here is the direct link if you want to watch it on your own time, just in case you missed some things or the audio wasn't clear enough for you to understand what she was saying. But the gentleman was asking some good questions. And I think with those questions that he asked, it could lead you, down the path of a little more understanding. And Reggie also mentioned you can call him or check out his website / email address. And you can set up a date with him and he can walk you through some things if you still have some questions that maybe the two videos that I played didn't answer or he didn't answer today. There's the YouTube link if you want to watch the video again on your own time. Maybe you can hear it better from your side. Also, here is Brother Reggie's enrollment contact information. And here is his telephone number. And until next Friday, have a blessed weekend. Be safe. And don't forget, next Friday, same time, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We'll be back on again with some more shorter videos. Like I said, no longer than 15 minutes. I'm going to try and find, even if I find a 30-minute one and it's very detailed with the same CYTHIA speaking, I think we can try and shoot for that too. Because I want everybody to get everything it is that they need to get before they invest their monies. And that way you'll feel comfortable and sure, and you'll do it with a positive attitude so you can get positive results. Because as usual, what you put out comes back. So you go into it with a good positive attitude, knowing that it's going to work, then that's what you're going to receive all the while. And much thanks for joining Real Radio Talk. Again, I apologize for the audio and the breakup and me getting kicked out of the studio and the low volume and all of that bad stuff that were going on tonight. And hopefully as time go by, StreamYard will get better. I will meet with them tomorrow, trying to see how we can sort this thing out to get a better podcasting going on. So that way the listeners could, have a easy live streaming experience. And thank you again, and give thanks for tuning in to Real Radio Talk. And I will see you next time, next Friday with Reggie. Techfx-Fridays. And just be on the lookout for Real Radio Talk. I believe we're going to do another podcast Saturday, maybe tomorrow or Sunday or something like that. If not the weekend, then one day next week we'll be back on with, of course, another powerful guest speaker. So be safe, love and gratitude, and give thanks for tuning in.